Okay. I only got like 10, 15 minutes, so I'm just gonna call and tell this story and get off. And y'all can catch the replay when you catch it. Now, I had got a call yesterday from this girl, right? Somebody that I was friends with through high school and through some of my 20s. We have not been friends since I would say maybe since we was like 26 or something like that. And I'm 37, so over 10 years. But every now and then, she'll reach out and say, happy birthday, blah, blah, blah. And I'll say, thank you, same to you, keep it pushing. Well, this particular year, she reached out to me and, happy birthday, we should hang out on my birthday last month. I just declined and was like, no, I'm just gonna hang out with my husband for my birthday. Fast forward, yesterday, she is me up. Happy Mother's Day. Um, I haven't seen. Um, First of all, we haven't been friends in so long. She has not even met Jace or Riri. She was like, I haven't seen Nunu since she was a baby, and Nene since she was a little girl, and I see that Nene's grown. Blah blah blah. Now, let me just tell y'all very quickly why me and this girl are not friends anymore. And it has absolutely nothing to do with what she did to me, but like her doing anything to me or anything like that. But sometimes when you see people character, hey Zaya, how you doing, baby? Sometimes when you see if somebody can do something like really horrible or vindictive to somebody else, then you kind of want to stray away from that person. I know it's noisy out here, y'all. I'm sorry. They're cutting the property or whatever they're doing. I'm at work. Okay, so maybe 11, 12 years ago, me and this girl, we were cool. We had been like actual friends, like not just cool, we was friends. All the way through high school, past high school, into our 20s, like I said. Her and her baby daddy used to go back and forth a lot with the dating. Um, one minute they would love each other, the next minute they would be into it. They actually really did love each other a lot, and this guy really loved her a lot, and she loved him a lot as well. They just couldn't seem to get along though. Together they were toxic, and I would, I'm her friend, so of course most of the blame would go to him because that's the only side of the story I get. Because I'm not the type of friend to hang out with boyfriends. God, no! Is it getting closer? Hold on, y'all. Shit. Oh, he's blowing leaves. Okay. Anywho, I don't want to get too far from the building though, because then I won't be able to have Wi-Fi. So, okay, her and her baby daddy, it goes back and forth, back and forth. So they have two kids. Let me put some things into perspective. Her baby daddy is a wonderful dad. I'm just gonna start there. Was a wonderful dad. From what I can see and hear, from fast forward today, she's got three kids. Two of them are his. One of her kids is older and is older. Sorry, one of her kids is not his. I have never met. This child is younger by whoever she is has moved on with. But rewinding to when they were in their back and forth, this was like towards the end of their relationship. Both of their kids were rather small, so our kids never really got to play because my daughter was so much older than her kids, and then her kids at the end of our relationship, Nunu was just like a little baby. So Nunu never got a chance to play with her kids, even though Nunu would have been kind of close, only a couple of years younger than her youngest kid, and her kids were like a year or two apart. So she and him are starting to get towards the end, like the end of their actual relationship, but they are still co-parenting, and things are going fine as far as he would think. Meanwhile, he's not knowing that she's like at first he was doing good, I guess, but then when he began to start to date, unbeknownst to him, she is like boiling. Like she's mad. She can't believe that he is really moved on this time because they have broken up so many times. And she actually, you know how it go. The girl that always breaks it with her boyfriend, and then the boyfriend that comes back. I don't want to. He would come back. I don't want to be without you and my kids. And he was always the one to come back and apologize. She was always the one to break up with him. He was always the one to come back and apologize. As far as I know, from what she told me, there were a lot of problems in their relationship, but physical violence was not one of those. I would say there was some verbal stuff going on, but I never known them to fight physically. As far as what she has told me, and that's all I can go off of. I never knew of them having problems as far as infidelity went when they broke up the last time, but I do know that they did have infidelity in their past. And it was not just on his behalf, but it was also on her behalf. But the only thing is, they never broke up about her infidelity because he didn't find out about her infidelity until long after it had already been done. But with me being her friend, I knew about all her infidelity. But I'm not his friend, so of course I'm not gonna say anything. But of course I'm gonna tell her, girl, you know you love this man. I don't know why you doing this and that. But he doesn't know anything. None's the wiser. So he starts to date. She is doing little things, to try to be vindictive. It started with the kids. It started with, I'm not gonna let him see the kids. Oh my God, let me let him go past. Okay. Not letting him see the kids and stuff like that. Everybody is telling her that that's not right, even her mom, especially her mom. Because her mom really likes her baby daddy. Everybody in her family did. And that, that's a good, when it's a sign when everybody in your family and all of your friends think that your baby daddy is a good person, but you're mad at them. So I would imagine that's probably pissing her off even more. Hey, Prayed Up. That's probably pissing her off even more, right? The fact that, damn, everybody knows this nigga is a good nigga, but so nobody's on my side, type shit, and these are my people. But if he's a good man and he's a good dad, nobody in their right mind is going to approve of you withholding the children from him because of your personal problems. So nobody was on her side with that, but still, she didn't give a fuck. She didn't listen to any of us, and she withheld the children. So then he went and put himself on child support. He went to court basically. Of course, he didn't go just like, oh, I want to pay child support because, first of all, he was already doing for his children. We're not going to sit here and act like that woman ever called that man. Oh, my Lord. Hold on, y'all. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. It's like he knows I'm right here and he just wants to come near me. Like, go away. Hold on. Let's see whose direction he going in so I can go the opposite. Oh, now they done blowing the leaves and now they cutting the grass. Let me hurry up and tell this story. I'm gonna be over my break anyway. I'm trying not to walk in another direction because I don't want to walk too far away from the Wi-Fi because the connection really sucks over here. And this bitch ass nigga is going in a circle. Let me let him pass real quick. Now he cutting dirt. It ain't even no grass right there. Yeah, it wasn't even no grass like that right there. This nigga literally just was cutting dirt. Anyway, withheld the children. He went to court so that he could establish visitation. In order to establish visitation, he had to pay child support, which was fine by him. And he wasn't even one of them type of niggas that was like, since I paid child support, don't ask me for nothing else. She could still call him and ask him for help. Um, outside of child support. He was never one of them type of dudes. And I'm gonna also say, if you put a man that is doing everything for his child on child support, and he says, Now, don't ask me for anything else outside of this child support unless it's an emergency. I don't see a problem with it, because if he's already giving you whatever you ask of, then what's the point of child support? But anyway, I digress, because and if anybody has a reason for it, then you can just drop it down in the comments, and I'll be happy to hear it. Because I would like to know what's the point of it if the man is doing everything that and if you call and say this child needs A, B, and C, and A, B, and C comes to your front door in a timely manner, then what is the need of involving the courts? But he had to involve the courts in order to receive his visitation. Okay, so fast forward, he was on a weekend type of thing, or every other weekend type of thing, which was fine. Um, he wasn't very happy with that from what she told me, but he took what he could get. And she was still kind of withholding the children, like still making him miss weekends and stuff. And I was telling her, now he could take you to court, and that could also like kind of extend him to have more visitation. Like this is going to look bad on you. She would still do it every now and then, but she wasn't like stopping him from seeing the kids completely no more. But she still would, like dodge him on some weekends and not let him get his weekend, even though he was only getting them every other weekend. So when that started happening too much, then that became a problem to him. So he started taking her back to court. So she was not really mad about going back to court or nothing like that. But I'm gonna tell y'all what really sent her over the edge. When they got to, and also another thing that could kind of hinder him from like getting maybe shared custody is because he didn't have any violent things on his record, but he did have a current probation. He was currently on probation, um, because he was, selling a little weed and stuff like that, and he got caught with it, and then he basically got it copped down to in Texas. If you have a lot and they hit you with a distribution charge, if you have a good lawyer, they can probably cop you down to just a possession. And possession is much better than having a distribution charge. Distribution charge means you're selling it. Possession means you're just smoking it. So he was on probation, and that was his only prior. And mine, I also want to say, I don't know why that would have hindered him though, because it's not a violent crime, but I do understand because it is drugs. And she also had priors too, but her priors was just like petty theft. But I know, because I know she went to jail from stealing out of Walmart a long time ago when she was like 19, 20, 18, some real crazy, stupid shit when she was just really young. And that's the only prior she had. So neither one of them had like nothing violent on their records or nothing like that. But he was still basically one foot in, one foot out the jail, still dealing with it because he was on probation. This is what set everything off. They're going back and forth to court trying to get this visitation stuff figured out because she is still playing with this man's visitation when it comes to his children. All he wants is to be able to get his children. He does not want to be in a relationship with her anymore. I almost think that she didn't want to be in a relationship with him either, because she is the one that always broke up with him. But then again, it could be just because she knew he loved her so much that he would always come running back. But eventually he got tired and he didn't come back. So this is the kicker. One day they get to court. She gets out of court. I've never went to court with her or nothing like this. So everything that I hear is secondhand information coming from her. So they go to court one day. She comes out of court. She calls me screaming in the phone. I mean, you could tell that the bitch is outside. I could tell that she didn't even have the phone held to her ear because she wasn't listening to nothing I was saying or answering nothing I was saying. Oh my God. This, I really want to like hit him with a rock or something, bro. Like, get the fuck from over here. How many times you gonna blow over here? Anyway, like the fuck I said. So she calls me for court. You know how you could when you see the crazy bitch outside on the phone, and she got the bottom of the phone towards her mouth. She don't even got the phone to her ear. She's screaming in the phone. I could tell that's what she was doing because she was not responding to anything I was saying, but she was just screaming. I couldn't even barely make out what she was saying. So I let her scream, and then she just hung up. She's like, I'll call you back. Bye. I'll call you when I get in the car. Bye. So this bitch ain't even got in the car yet before she called me screaming. Gets in the car. I tell her before she starts going off, bro, like put me on your speaker on your phone so we can have a conversation and lower your voice so I can understand what you're saying. I don't even know what you're mad about. Bro, this nigga is pissing me off. You need to come over here? Okay. Yes. Okay. He's on my I'm sorry. Hold on a second, child. Because I'm getting away from this Wi-Fi and I know it's gonna be fucked up. But he wanna blow this area, direct area I'm standing in. God damn it. Hey Bree. Okay, so can y'all still hear me? Because story time and they over here and fucking maintenance on the buildings and stuff. I mean on the landscaping. Done? Alright. Let me go back to my corner. Okay, so she gets in the car and she is I'm telling her you gotta lower your voice, put me on the speaker so you can hear me, and lower your voice so I can understand what you're saying. That must have went in one ear and out the other because she got the hollering and screaming to the point where I just hung up the phone. So she pulls up to my house. I say 15, 20 minutes later. She must have came straight to me. She pulls up to my house. She don't even call my phone or nothing. She just started leaning on the horn. This is when um oh, I wasn't even on YouTube at this time. This was when I was in my 20s. So I can't even say this is when I was in such and such house. Just I was in a little house in the hood. So I wasn't in an apartment at the time. So if you pulled up outside my house and blew your horn, I could tell you was outside my house blowing your horn. So my house was tiny. I only had Nene and Nunu at the time. I had like a little two bedroom little duplex in the hood. So, mind you, I'm living in a house, but I still have neighbors and I still live in a duplex. So I'm pissed off at this point because why you out here leaning on the horn? Why you didn't call? Well, I get in the car, she's on the phone already. So I'm guessing that's why she didn't call me. She's on the phone with this man's fucking probation officer. She's trying to, well, with the man, with the probation office that the man's probation officer is at. She's trying to get in touch with his probation officer so that she can tell his probation officer that he had did something violent towards her. I can't remember. She said he choked her or something, trying to make it like he had just did something to her recently, trying to get him violated. So I was very taken aback because I'm like, he fucking did what? I'm thinking she was yelling at him. She was yelling at me because she done had a fight with him. Because I'm still not knowing what happened because I couldn't understand what she was saying. Hey, pretty chocolate girl. Hey, ODS. Yes, they are. They are doing the most, blowing leaves and everything. And I'm on my break, so I'm trying to get this story out because this girl done hit me up yesterday on Mother's Day talking about she want to get me and her kids and my kids together because she ain't seen me in over 10 years. You ain't seen me in over 10 years because I'm scared of you, bitch. You's an addictive bitch. But let me get back to the story. So I'm like, God damn, this why I can't believe this nigga did this to her. He ain't never put his hands on her. As a matter of fact, she done took off on him a few times, like not punch him in his face or nothing, but just how girls go to taking off on a nigga and they have to just hold the girl and restrain her, just hold her tight until she calm down, that type of shit. I've never known him to like put hands on her, choke her, slap her, nothing like that. So at this point, I'm mad. I'm like, oh my god, I'm listening to her tell these people what this nigga done did to her. So she's telling me, yeah. I said, so he hit you? Yeah, I thought y'all had court today. Did he put his hands on you after court and he's on probation? How stupid is that? And she was like, no, this happened such and such, like last week or something. And I'm like, okay, that's crazy because why you didn't tell me? Like, I can't believe he did that. And she was like, because I didn't want to tell nobody. And I was like, well, why you didn't call his probation officer last week? What happened today that made you feel like you finna tell them what he did last week? I'm still thinking he actually did this because I'm not thinking she's the type of person that would make something like this up. So She was like, this motherfucker came to court with a bitch. Apparently, now he is no longer just dating. He actually officially has a girlfriend. And she has came to court with him to support him, I guess. Now, she was not in their court uh I don't even know if they had mediation or actual court or whatever. But apparently the girl just sat outside and she didn't get a glimpse of the girl being there until they were leaving. And when they were leaving out of court, she see her and him get, walking towards the parking area where they would have had their cars parked. She decides to follow them and talk shit to the girl and all of this and that. And he told the girl, baby, don't worry about it, just ignore it. And that pissed her the fuck off because he called her baby. She was at court with another one of our mutual guy friends who is gay, and it's not Adam, but it's one of our other friends. His name is Rob. So Rob basically is holding her, stopping her from attacking the girl. Like, girl, we is outside the fucking courthouse. And if y'all know how Dallas is, where all the courts is, hey, baby, can't show my boo. If y'all know, if anybody is from Dallas or been to Dallas, you know that where Frank Crowley and all the court buildings are, where child support court goes down, Lou Sterrick is literally in the same fucking parking lot. The county jail is right there. These court buildings are fucking connected to the jail. So why would you try to fight somebody outside the courthouse knowing that there's a million police officers around this vicinity because it's a jail right here? So Rob not gonna let her crash out like a fool. Good on you, Rob. And to this day, Rob and I are still friends. Matter of fact, that's Rob does drag and very well, might I add. That's just a sidebar. So my stupid ass, I'm in my 20s, I'm a little dingy. I'm still not putting two and two together. All of a sudden, now I am putting two and two together that she's only contacting the probation officer now because she saw the girl. But I'm still thinking that he still did what she said he did to her, but she just wasn't going to report it. So I'm like, have he been doing this to you? You just ain't been saying nothing? She's like, no, this is just a one-time thing. Okay, so everybody's mad at him. We all mad at him now because it's out of character for him to do some shit like that. And now you got this new bitch, and now you must be out your mind, or I don't fucking know. Just stupid. Sympathizing with a fucking woman when I shouldn't have been because she was out of line. So this starts to blossom into a problem because now it's all on Facebook and she's spreading drama. Meanwhile, he's been quiet. But when it starts getting spread that he's a quote, quote, woman beater, this is when he steps in and he says, this is a total lie. I never put my hands on this girl. I've never touched this girl. And I'm willing to fight tooth and nail for this because this is my freedom she playing with. I am on probation. He was like, he had a 3-year probation, and I think he had like maybe a year and some change left. But if you know how probation goes, you get caught up, you go to jail for that sentence that you're supposed to be on probation for. Right? Right. So you trying to take this nigga out of here for potentially one to 3 years. And if he's sitting in county, that's like three for one, so a year. You trying to take him up off the streets for like a year. So I'm like, that's crazy, but you don't put your hands on nobody. But he's adamant. I didn't touch anybody. I didn't put my hands on her. I never put my hands on her. So at this point, I'm still like, okay, I gotta believe my friend and all of this and that. This is when I knew that she was like full of shit. So the because now there's got a there's the police involved now because she done involved this probation and saying that this man has done something to violate. This man got all his ducks in a row clearly. He's showing all the text messages of her apparently threatening to call his probation officer, but never a text message of her saying, you put your hands on me or and things of that nature. But there are plenty of text messages that he has sent her saying, why are you doing this? You know I never touched you. If anything, you the one that used to put your hands on me or jump on me, blah, 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 blah. She's not responding to these text messages according to what he says, according to what the detectives and them say, which I gotta take his word because he didn't get violent. They didn't violate his probation. He's saying that the detective is saying, well, your response to this should be, well, I'm saying you put your hands on me because you did. But her response to him, why are you doing this? Hey, Tex Coco, her response to why are you doing this? You know I didn't put my hands on you. I never touched you. Is you got the nerve to show up to child support court with bleep, 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 bleep. So hey, Diamond, so we know, thank you. So we know what this is about at that point. We know that this is about the bitch. You done brought this bitch to court. You done moved on. You got a girlfriend. The girlfriend got the nerve to be supporting you in court against me. And when all you're trying to do is see your kids. So, I'm already over my break. It's 26 minutes. I've been on her child. I'm supposed to be out here 15 minutes. Let me wrap this up. So basically, when that didn't work, she then tried to contact the probation officer and tell the probation officer that he was using drugs. Now, this man used to smoke, and this man was selling weed. Like I said, when he got jammed up, but they got him caught down to a possession. So you already on possession. So this was stupid because if you go to get put on probation for things drug related, don't you think they drug test this nigga every time he report? So the probation officer was like, if he's using drugs, I'll be the first to know. I drug test him every 30 days. I can't just take your word and say that he's using drugs if his drug test is saying otherwise. At this point, the probation officer has already been completely filled in. So now, at this point, the probation officer advises him that he needs to get this stuff in court cleared out. He needs to be documenting everything, which he had been. He needs to be trying to go for at least shared or full custody of the children. This man is so sweet. He don't even want to take full custody away from the goddamn girl. He just wants shared custody. He wants 50-50. And I would never say she was a bad mom because I've never witnessed her be anything but loving and kind to her children. Even when she had to be disciplinary with them, it was never in an extreme way. She do a little bit of, she can be stern, but she's not, I'm gonna beat your ass type of mama, you know what I'm saying? She's kind of like me. Like she's very loving with her kids, but she does get on to them when she needs to, but it's never too much. Not in front of me, hasn't been. And just like I said, I believe that he's a great dad. He practices gentle parenting when it comes to them kids. Because they got him wrapped around their finger. Perhaps now that they're older, it might be different. I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure the way that those kids were being raised, they probably turned out to be great kids. I'm pretty sure of it. Um, I hate that I couldn't be a part of the kid's life, but when I started witnessing that, that is so vindictive. When you will try to get the person that is responsible for helping you care for your children, the person that your children loves deeply, mind you, the kids that they have together are boys. She has a daughter too, but she no 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 no. They have a girl and a boy. I'm lying. They have a girl and a boy because her younger baby is a boy. She does have two boys and one girl, but the girl and the boy is his. So one of the kids that she's trying to keep away from this man is the little boy. And also, little girls need their daddies too. Little girls need to know how to be treated properly by a man, and the first man that is going to show them how to be properly treated is going to be their dad. The first man that's going to show a young man how to be a young man is going to be his dad. So it's just absurd to even try to be keeping them from him in the first place. But when I saw all of the vindictiveness and the things that you could do, you tried to take this man's freedom away from him. In that instant, there was a bit of bad parenting because he is so essential to those children. Keeping them away from him was a little bit of bad parenting, in my opinion. It is bad parenting because at the end of the day, If it's better for your kids and you purposely withhold it from your children because of your emotions, that is bad parenting. So I'm fuck it, I'ma say it. She was practicing bad parenting in that moment. I'm not saying she's a bad parent. I'm just saying in that instant she was practicing bad parenting because she knows good and well that them kids not seeing their dad hurt them. You know how it goes when the kid, I want to see my daddy. Why haven't I seen daddy? And then you try to put it on the dad. So that's essentially trying to turn the kids against the dad, making the kids think daddy is a deadbeat. That is bad. That's bad parenting. But fast forward, I just start having to keep up with what's going on with everything. I'm still not gonna cross the line of, talk to her about daddy. I'm not cool with him like that to begin with. So I can't try to be cool with him to try to get information. But I just decided to like kind of back away from her a little bit. And then I just gradually start backing away from her until we just grew completely apart. But I did let her know that I was taking a step back because I felt like that was real devilish and vindictive of her to do that to the father of her children. When all of this started with just him trying to move on and get his kids. So the bottom line is, he did eventually get shared custody. And from what I understand, they still have shared custody to this very day. Um, so he's just as responsible for those children as she is. He's still such a class act because and since they're at school, instead of them being shuffled back and forth, what he does is he just comes and gets them on the weekends. Well, this was what he was doing then. I don't know how it goes now. But he was getting them on the weekends instead of doing a Monday through Wednesday here, there. He just let them go to school where they go to school with their mama, get them on the weekend. And then in the summertime, they would switch it around. And he would keep them throughout the week in the summer, and she would get them on the weekends, which would help because of the type of job she has. If It's better than her having to place them in daycare. She was off on Saturdays and Sundays, so he would keep them throughout the summer, Monday through Friday, with the help of his girlfriend, who is now his wife, and they are married. She is not married. He has been married to this same woman that was supporting him through court. She is um, in a relationship with her youngest child's dad, and they've been together for some years too, but they are not married. So basically, happy ending for baby daddy. He got his share custody. Since they had 50-50 custody, child support was taken off of the table, which was fine because she makes good money anyways. So he wasn't being charged like a whole lot of child support because he was just getting into the free world and just starting to work legit jobs. And he was just working like warehouse jobs and stuff like that. And I know his girlfriend, well, I'm sorry, his wife at the time was a beautician. Now that woman been had a shop. She been had a beauty shop and stuff like that now. So they're doing well. I don't know exactly what he does now. He could have his own business for all I know. I know when tax season come, they be doing people taxes. I ain't heard about them scamming nobody. Um, my old friend, she's doing fine. From what I can see on Facebook, her kids are growing up just fine. That's how she's able to see how me and my kids are doing. But we will not be hanging out for Mother's Day. We won't. So I came to say, what do y'all think about it? Do y'all think that I was wrong for stepping back and cutting her off? Do you think I dodged the bullet? Do you think that I should have minded my business and said, well, she didn't do it to me? Hey, Sade, she didn't do it to me, so I shouldn't have. But I did let her know that I was stepping back, and the reason that I was stepping back because I really feel like people like that are scary. If you'll be willing to snatch somebody's freedom away from them and tell a lie to do it, you'll be willing to send someone to jail, and it's not even just someone, but it's the father of your of your kids. Hey, Charlie Baltimore. Yeah, okay, people come and go. So that was my little story time. only because she sent me this Happy Mother's Day yesterday, and we should hang out and stuff. And I saw it today, and I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And, you know, it made me think about it. And then I was scrolling through shorts, and I seen somebody in the comment section say that men could be so vindictive. And then someone else said, no, that's just a human thing. It ain't a man thing. And then I proceeded to type a little paragraph and tell them the story. But then I said, I'm gonna go on my channel and actually tell the story in depth. I was gonna make a community post, but then I said I wanted to put some context to it, and it was too much to type. So, you know, that's it. That's my story time. Me, 16 minutes and 20 seconds over my break, but they shall survive because I wanted to come and tell y'all this little quick story. So, for those that'll be watching this, just put in the comments what you think, and even y'all, have you ever experienced something like this? Have you ever had to cut off a friend because of how you seen them treat somebody else, or you saw their treatment of somebody else? My mom, I remember growing up, my mom had a friend, and she stopped being friends with this particular woman because of her. She said she looked her nose down at people, and she didn't like how she treated service workers. And my mom was big on that. Like my mama has been in restaurant general management for so long, and if you don't treat people that do everyday jobs and get underpaid good, my mama ain't fooling with you. So, yeah, that's it, y'all. And I love y'all. And, you know, sorry I told y'all I was going to be trying to come live weekly, but I didn't say it was going to be about beef sector shit. And I didn't say it was going to be about drama because I ain't got it to do all the time. I can't keep up with it sometimes, and I don't be wanting to come on and give commentary until I know everything and all the moving parts. And sometimes it's too many goddamn moving parts. So this was an interesting story. I felt that I could share with you guys, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. Love you guys. I'm going back to work. Peace.